United Kingdom. The automaker, which has been China's largest car exporter for more than 20 years, has set up two new sub-brands, Omoda and Jeku, especially for the international market. It's one of a number of Chinese car brands eyeing the European and UK markets as a major source of growth. Our correspondent Siobhan McCall went along to its London launch event.
Meet Omoda 5, the first car to launch in the UK under Chery's international brand. Available in both electric and petrol, it's a mid-size SUV that's aiming to rival the likes of Nissan's Qashqai and Hyundai's Kona. The company believes a combination of futuristic design and value for money will be a winning formula with customers.
I think in a segment where it is difficult to stand out, our cars do stand out. So I think that's a really good start. So I think that's enough to get the interest. We call it sort of affordable premium. So we benchmark against sort of a lot of the premium brands. We're trying to bring those attributes, that design, the materials, the quality, the kind of level of features that you'd expect, but at a price point that perhaps people wouldn't expect.
The Omoda 5 is expected to cost around $30,000 for the petrol model and $42,000 for an EV. Its sister brand Jeku, which will launch in the second half of this year, has been marketed as more high-end and rugged. Its price tag is closer to $45,000. At a working breakfast to mark the London launch, Omoda executives spoke to journalists about the importance of localisation. Omoda is already scouting out locations for a British assembly plant and says the UK is a market with lots of promise.
China became the world's top EV market last year, with around 5 million vehicles shipped worldwide. And as more Chinese brands, including Omoda and Jeku, enter the UK and European markets, auto experts predict that China will have around a 6th share of the UK's competitive car market by 2030.
Chinese brands already operating in the UK include one of the world's biggest EV companies, BYD, along with MG and Great Wall Motor, while NIO, XPeng and Ceres are among those expected to launch within the next year. But as an increasing number of Chinese cars appear on British and European roads, questions are being asked whether the influx, particularly electric vehicles, could hurt European car makers. The European Union has opened an investigation into whether Chinese EV companies are receiving state subsidies, and it could impose tariffs, something that Beijing has criticised as protectionist behaviour. And there's also the question of whether the EV market is slowing down, with Tesla reporting a sharp fall in worldwide sales and Mercedes-Benz delaying its electrification goals. Omoda still believes the future will be electric, fueled by battery technology advances, and it's working on battery sustainability solutions.
We have, for example, in this car, we have what's known as LFP technology, so it's a slightly different construction of lithium battery. It's more sustainable, it uses less lithium, less precious metals.
As the first cars are set to arrive at UK dealerships, Omoda is aiming for around 10,000 sales in its first year, and hopes to increase to 50,000 a year by 2028. Siobhan McCall, CGTN, London.